What is up, ballers and talkers? Today, we're going to be interviewing a sports writer from DC, I think.
No, I think you're
Um,
right about that. Yeah.
okay, yeah. She's here, right?
She was at some point.
I'm
I.
I'm here.
Oh, okay, okay,
Hooray!
okay,
All
okay.
right.
That's good.
Introduce yourself.
Hi. I'm Livia. I'm Liska 2000. I talk about the NBA on the internet and I write for a few different blogs. And I have a Patreon. Yeah, I basically just write about basketball.
Yeah, that's what we do, but we talk about
I
basketball.
was no, I was
This
going
is
to say no, we
I don't
don't.
know if Caleb told you. He told me that he was being very secretive about the
I was
information of this
not being
podcast,
secretive. It was
but it's the Ball Talk podcast. We
yeah.
Okay.
No,
meet
we need to
every Tuesday
rebrand.
nights, released on Wednesday, and we talk about modern news in the NBA and then the NCAA.
Yeah, you're the one who
Cool.
knows about college basketball.
Yeah.
Are
Have
we
you
going to talk
been
about the
following the NCAA at all?
Igloo? I've been following the
Mm,
women's more than the men's, honestly.
yeah, I've been mostly following the women's, but also I really don't watch college basketball. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I've just never been interested.
No, me neither, honestly. And have
So,
you been watching? I mean, Kentucky lost. I would assume that you
dude,
haven't been watching.
I forgot that we haven't had a podcast since Coach Calipari made a bet on the other team and
Okay.
sold the game. Um,
I don't think
I
that's
don't
what
know,
happened.
man. We lose to a lot of 14 seeds. It's like kind of what we do. I'm just hoping Reed Shepard sticks around for another year and that Coach Calipari gets sent out of Lexington
I
um,
would not hold your breath
on horseback
for at least one of those things.
with $0.
I feel
Um,
like there's a very good chance that Reed Shepard gets drafted this April or
but
whenever the draft. It's not April. Never mind. Sorry. It's like
yeah.
June or whatever. I
So
wouldn't. Yeah.
Lisco 2000, that's your name, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I know this is just word on the street that you're a really big Dario Saric fan.
Yeah.
How did how did that start?
Oh
Can
my
you give us a little
goodness.
insight on that?
Oh my goodness. It started when I was a sophomore in high school. It was 2017. I got back into the Sixers. I realized I followed them on Instagram and I was like, this is kind of fun. Um, and yeah, I was a casual fan. I like just followed the NBA. And then in 2020, at the beginning of the pandemic, it it randomly developed into like a special interest on Dario Saric in particular, even though he hadn't been on the Sixers in like 2 years at that point.
Who was
Um,
he playing for at the time?
he was playing for the Suns.
Um,
So it just randomly like became, yeah, it just developed into a special interest. I mean, that's how my brain works. And since then, I've just been doing funny, silly things on the internet with that.
yeah, I mean Dario Saric is awesome, but I feel like
I
I'm
don't
more
believe that you've
interested.
heard of Dario Saric before. I
I
genuinely don't believe
no,
it.
no, I had never heard of Dario Saric. So a little bit of background on the dynamic on this podcast. This is more for you, but it's also for the
Mm,
listeners if this is your first time listening. So my name's Ian. I don't know that much about the NBA. I know a lot of information about the NBA, but at the same time, none of it's really related. Like I know a lot of tidbits, and Caleb can probably list you every single player on every roster in the past 10 years for every team,
That's not true. That's not true. Maybe
pushing it,
maybe like this last year.
and their stat line.
Definitely, that's definitely not true. I do not consume that much basketball. I get like one game a night at best.
That's crazy. One game a night,
That's at best, dude. It's
dude.
tough
I
out
don't think
here.
the last basketball game I watched was the Toronto Raptors versus the Spurs, and I think the Spurs won. So
That could have been like 2 months ago, dude.
yeah, I think it actually was 2 months
Oh
ago.
my gosh.
Um, but what it like? Do you follow much about the Spurs or the Bucks?
um,
My bad.
yeah, I mean, I kind of follow the entire NBA all the time. Just because it's also like, I mean, part of it is like for work and the stuff I write about, and it's also I have a special interest on NBA player. And then in addition to that, a lot of the stuff that I'm doing in school right now, I'm a senior in college and my capstone project is on NBA Twitter. So I have to kind of be locked in all the time, which
Yeah,
is
you do.
nice. Yeah.
What do you think about Jeremy Sohan?
I like him. I think he's really fun. I like that. I like NBA players who can like find their personal style and like express themselves even in the environment of the NBA. I like that a lot of the young guys on the Spurs are doing that. I like him. Yeah.
I love Jeremy Sohan.
Dude,
He's one of my favorite basketball players. Like, I'm not going to list my top 5 because a lot of them, I end up liking basketball players because of their controversies. Like,
that's terrible.
Well, wait, give me your top 5 then. I want to hear it now.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
This is not your real top 5. I don't believe I'm like I know the list that you're like thinking of, and that's not your real top 5.
I mean, I really like Jeremy Sohan. He's like definitely top 5, maybe like 4. Giannis is number 1. I love
Yeah,
Giannis.
okay, yeah.
That's real. I love him.
really like Bobby Portis Jr. He's probably number 2. I do like now. I don't like him. He's like a bad guy. Miles Bridges. It's just like, why is he still in the league? You know.
You're
And every
intrigued
time I
by
hear
him.
that he's doing something, I'm like, what in
okay.
the world?
So he's
It's
like
like-
in your like
He's in like, I like hearing about him. I like hearing about him in the same way that you like hearing that Kanye's doing something crazy.
okay.
And then number
They're
5.
both rappers too. That's crazy.
Yeah. Have you heard Miles Bridges' rap
I
career?
can't. I like. It's so crazy.
Have either of you guys heard Miles Bridges' rap career?
I've never listened to a real song.
I know it's a thing. I think I might have watched like one of the things on YouTube, I guess like listen to something.
It's not that good. Yeah. And then 5, I don't really know.
You can't
Maybe
even
Chris
name
Middleton.
5. Okay, good. I was gonna say. You
I
gotta
mean,
be able to
most of
name
our
5
Bucks
NBA
players.
players. That's fine.
That's
You're a
ridiculous.
homer,
I can name 5 NBA players all day long.
dude. Can you
Yeah.
name 5 NBA players on the Suns?
Kevin Durant.
Okay, okay,
Devin Booker.
dude.
Fuck. Hold on. I'm thinking.
You're looking it up right now.
Hold on. I'm thinking. Grayson Allen.
Yeah, former Buck.
Bradley Beal.
Yeah, that's 4. You're
Bol
almost
Bol?
there, dude. Dude,
I googled it.
that's a good poll.
Don't tell anybody.
Dude, Bobo is awesome. It's too bad that I feel like the Victor Wembanyama Bobo thing is kind of unfair to him because like genuinely, they both could be pretty good.
What are you referring to?
Just the whole thing that it's like, oh, Bobo is just as good as Victor Wembanyama. Like I just feel like it's a weird expectation to put on someone like that.
I mean, Victor Wembanyama kind of reminds. Oh, Victor Wembanyama is probably my 5, number 5.
There you go. Yeah.
We talk about that guy on the podcast all the time. He's a very impressive rookie.
I would agree with that.
People always accuse you of like glazing, whatever that means, and it's just like, I don't know, man. I really just like him. He's just a really good player.
Maybe I just
And
enjoy these things.
Yeah, I feel like you should be allowed to just enjoy things without having people make fun of you.
If only.
Is that a retweet or what?
Dude, if you had Twitter, for sure.
Yeah, I deleted Twitter yesterday.
Dude, Twitter's scary.
So
yeah.
let's go. What makes you enjoy being on Twitter? Like, do you actually like Twitter?
That's like an interesting question. Yeah, I think like for me, I mean, I kind of have to do it like for what I want to be doing. Because for like a decade and a half, Twitter was kind of like the standard of like where you want to be for like writing and for like I was in journalism for a really long time and I'm kind of still not really long time, if you sound really old, but I've been doing like I did music blogging from when I was 14 until like the end of high school, and then I was doing sports stuff for all of college on Twitter. So it's kind of always like the standard of like the platform you want to be on, like that's where you plug your work. It was like I was literally posting today about how Twitter used to be like this people-powered newsbreaker, that it's not anymore. And I
I
think,
agree.
yeah, I think I'm still on there because I mean I've built an audience on there. And I don't know, I still think it's the best place to see sports content because of the ways that Twitter had pre-Elon Musk like invested itself in NBA culture and like in NFL and MLB, NHL in particular, and then other leagues too. But I think like you can't really have the same experience on TikTok or even on Instagram or just in any place that isn't like just a text-based thing. Because really when you're looking at Twitter, what you're looking at is
Yeah.
information and not like entertainment.
I think that
I know
makes
what you
sense.
mean. Would you say that it's kind of more like reading a newspaper than watching TV?
Yeah. I mean, because it's reading.
Okay.
So
It
I
is
think
reading.
it's, yeah. I mean, I think that was kind of not the initial, like what they set out to do with Twitter, but that's what it became. Like it became kind of a place to just get information, whether that information is silly or serious or whatever, in a way that I think like things like TikTok and even like Instagram or YouTube, like I think reading text and watching a video are just such different ways because like, I mean, ways to like consume information. So for example, like you can't watch TikTok in class, but you can scroll on Twitter. So that's just
true.
kind of how I look at it. As like you have to really devote time to watching video, but like reading, you can just look at it. So that's why I'm still on there, and it's why I still kind of value it, even though it sucks now.
It does really suck now.
Yeah. Does it suck because of Elon Musk?
I would say so.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Because you guys
Elon.
both use Twitter.
You know
Mhm.
what? I try my best not to, but
Caleb, you're a Twitterholic.
no, I'm not, dude. I tweet. I might get like one tweet in a week, maybe. All right, that's not true. That's a lie. I won't lead you guys astray. It's probably like 5 tweets a week.
You put out tweets a week.
That's I'm including like replies and things. But seriously, I do
You're
my
a very
best.
creative Twitter user.
Am I? No, if I
I
am.
mean, if you're creating 5 tweets a week, that's impressive.
That
I'd
is
probably
not,
put 0.
dude. The average Twitter user probably posts like way. Actually, I don't know. Actually, that's interesting because I feel like there probably are a lot of accounts that are just not posting
Yeah.
anything. So that probably brings the average down quite a bit. Hmm.
So
Yeah. You can
you
go.
had mentioned that you had done a music blog for a time, and Caleb and I heroically attempted to have a music blog for a little bit of time. Um, didn't really work well. We were interviewing bands like right after their concerts and talking to them
Uh,
about it. How did you go
Interesting.
about doing a music blog?
Um, I did things kind of similarly to that. But I mean, I did this when I was like really, really young, and it was like I lived in a non-walkable area, had to get my parents to drive me everywhere. So it was less like going to shows and interviewing bands after and more like really snooping around the internet.
Hmm.
And a lot, I think everything I do is fueled by whatever my special interest is at the moment. And at that point, it was, this is so cringe and I hate talking about it, but it was Franz Ferdinand, which is a like indie rock band from the 2000s. So literally everything I did was like through that lens. I've since learned that I really can't do the exact like work of the thing that I have a special interest on. Like I'm learning through writing for this Warriors blog that I kind of really have to like push myself and like stay away from writing Dario content because it, that's my special interest, like that's my thing. So
Right.
yeah, it was a lot of just being on the internet, being 14, being a girl, narrowly avoiding lots of crazy situations with grown men. So that's how I'd put it.
Like, what do you write about on the blogs?
Okay, so I write for a Warriors blog. I write about the Golden State Warriors, and I do video now for a San Francisco Giants blog, and I'm not even from that area. I just have a mutual who was like, "Oh, you want to cover the team your favorite player is on? Cool." And I have a baseball thing too, and I was like, "Awesome." So that's Golden State of Mine and Bayside Baseball, and then I have a Patreon where I write mostly narrative stuff. It's $1 a month, and that's my favorite thing to do.
How do you recommend pushing out a Patreon like that? Like, how do you get people to check it out to pay for it?
I mean, I think for me, it's like I kind of advertise it as like a library of narrative stuff. It's not like super duper successful, but I do want to really work on it like this year in particular. I had a Substack for a little bit and I found that like a $5 base rate is just too much for me to charge. So I think doing $1 and just being like, it's literally $1. Like, I think that's the best way to go about it because like, oh my God, I sound like such like a finance bro, but like it does add up because if you have like a platform where it's like I have what like across all of my social media, I want to say I have like 11,000 unique people following me because people do have like multiple accounts or whatever. Like if I could get like maybe like 2,000 out of those people to sign up for my Patreon, that's $2,000 a month.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah. So again, like right now I only have like I think like 50 subscribers, but as I build it, as I keep putting more stuff on there, yeah, that's kind
You
of
get more and more.
yeah.
so-
You have to
Hopefully you
kind
get
of
from this. Yeah, if we can put the link in the
Oh yeah,
description.
dude, I'm sure our 7 viewers are gonna be so excited.
Dude, they will. They'll be so excited.
They're gonna be rushing to pull out their credit cards, I'm
Our
sure.
3 subscribers, who I think I know the names of all of them, will check this out.
that's like
Man,
you have to start. You have to
you gotta
start
start somewhere.
somewhere.
Yeah,
We've
you
only
gotta
been
start
doing
I
this for
hate
like a
saying it
month.
like that. Yeah. Cause like I low-key hate the fact that people see me as like a successful like person in sports media. Cause honestly, like I do not make money off this like at all. Still a full-time college student. Like just I feel like a flop like a lot of the time. And it's like crazy that I like that people obviously like look up to me as a role model. Like it makes me feel good about what I'm doing. But it's still just like, oh my God, like you guys think I'm actually like successful. That's insane. Um, but I mean, I think success and like monetary success are different things.
Right.
I would
Like
agree with that.
every human being measures success differently, you know? So
Yeah.
what you would consider success may differ from what somebody else does, you
Yeah.
know?
And it's like, I mean, I don't even like me personally, like I don't think I'll ever really be like satisfied with like a level of success. I think I'll always just be like, wait, what the hell? Like, why do I have like this amount of followers? Or like, why am I like making money on this thing? It's kind of like imposter syndrome, but also not really.
Hmm. I get what you mean.
I think that's good though,
Yeah.
because like having that drive to just keep doing things, like even if it's not always healthy, at
Yeah.
least personally, I feel like it's good
Yeah.
for you. Just
In
working
my
towards something.
wheelhouse, we call that ADHD and I have it. So
No, I do agree though. It's sometimes you just gotta start things and commit to them. Like
mhm.
we totally could have made that music blog work out, but we didn't even like get out our first article. It's still just sitting in the drafts, just waiting for something to
I
happen.
mean, it's just kind of hard because we both live in different cities and you're only home
Right.
for like a month at a time.
Yeah. You just like complaining. That's what I'm hearing.
I do like complaining, but I mean, you live in St. Louis and I live in Columbus.
No,
So
that is true. It's the
we
same
are,
reason we're not in a band right now.
yeah, it is.
Maybe one day.
Let's go. You play any musical instruments?
Yeah. Oh my God, I do so much. Like it's all like really casual, but I literally pick up every hobby I can. I play guitar. I took guitar lessons for like a bajillion years. I play piano, ukulele, and I feel like I'm forgetting something. I feel like there's one I'm forgetting, but oh, I ordered like this dumb little like instrument off Amazon where it's like you play it with like your thumbs and it's like kind of like a xylophone. I forget what it's called. Oh my
The
God. Okay,
kalimba?
my cat is falling off. I'm so
The
sorry. I think it
kalimba?
is a
The
kalimba. Yeah,
kalimba,
my
yeah.
cat just fell off its cat tree like directly onto me. He's a
Dude.
menace to society. I'm so sorry, but yeah. Yeah. So I can play that and I do like garage band fun sampling stuff in my free time as my little alter ego as a SoundCloud rapper where I've never actually posted anything. I just kind of freestyle if I'm feeling some kind of way and want to be funny about it.
Wow. We know a
We
couple
actually,
SoundCloud rappers.
Caleb is like a SoundCloud rapper. If you, I
I
mean, he
don't
doesn't really
sing
rap,
Oh
though.
wow.
but he makes. I don't really know what the word is. It's
It's
like
kind of like elevator music, but not as good.
Oh
it's
wow.
it's elevator music, but I mean, you're like headbanging. That's
No,
the way
you're
I would put it.
not.
That's
I've
cool.
headbanged.
Like, yeah,
I've headbung before.
headbung. Yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah.
anyone's listened to any of my music unironically. I'd be
I've
very
actually listened to it
surprised.
unironically. There's that one album you released of that Picture of Your Lake that I'm like, wow,
I'm pretty
this
sure
sounds
that's
really
just
good.
the Spotify background.
Oh, are you serious? I thought that was
Yeah,
like the
it's
lake
not
behind your house.
Oh, no, that's just like a stock. All those are just stock images,
Are
honestly.
you serious?
And they're royalty free too. I make sure of
Bro.
that. They're not getting a cent out of it. I'm realizing we like should be talking about the NBA. That is what we're here to
Hey,
do.
that's okay. You can do literally whatever. I did a podcast with my school newspaper for a while and that was like actually like regulated by like somebody above us being like, you have to talk about this thing. And we still just goofed off and like
Dude,
messed around at first. I mean, it's really all about
There's
finding your
podcast
flow.
bosses.
if this was
Mm.
regulated, we would have gotten fired at least 3 episodes ago.
We would have gotten fired and beheaded. I
Yeah,
mean, dude,
it's like it's a tough thing to figure out, but like once you find your flow, you'll find it, I think.
our last
Especially if you're
episode was
recording with
called.
the right people.
Sorry.
No, I was just saying, like, especially if
Yeah.
you're recording with the right people, like you'll find it. Like I literally recorded with like a bunch of random dudes. Not random dudes, they were my friends, but they
I
were
mean, that's
random
what's happening
dudes.
right now.
We were
Here we
random.
are.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you'll find it. It'll come to you.
You're
I
so
think our group
wise.
was pretty well. I mean, we've got like what 10 episodes or something. Yeah, we actually had our
Yeah,
10th. This is our 11th episode.
Oh wow.
Hooray.
So our last one was the 2024 March Madness episode featuring Abraham Lincoln.
He did not actually make an appearance.
No,
Well, I mean,
he
he made
was
an
there,
appearance, but
Oh, I'm so
we had a
intrigued.
bit
I'll have
about
to
him.
listen.
dude,
Yeah, I
you ought
would.
not.
It's only an hour and 9 minutes. I don't think I said anything of value.
You probably said something about Reed Shepherd and what's
Yeah,
his face.
that was before the Kentucky event that happened the next day.
Yeah, I was honestly
I
a
was
little
thinking like,
tragic.
no way that Oakland beats Kentucky out of the bracket. Kentucky's a 2 seed, and then
I do know what happened.
that's
March
like when the
Madness is
Celtics
crazy.
lost. Celtics.
Dude.
I don't think the Celtics can beat the Heat.
No.
Did you see what happened the last game? Like everybody's talking about how,
Yeah.
dude, the Celtics are winning this season. No, they're not.
I don't know.
I think the thing with the Celtics is like I feel like they're always just like one thing away, or just the other team has like something so crazy happen that like, you know.
I think they're
I feel
they're
like Drew
locked in
Holiday's
and everything,
enough.
but they don't have that dog.
Yeah.
They got Drew
That's true.
Holiday.
I love Drew Holiday, but also like keep in mind Drew Holiday is like what, like 35?
No, he's not
Hey,
that old.
man. He's
He
not that
isn't.
old. I thought he was
I
like
low-key feel like he is because
No,
I
I think
high-fived
he
him at a
might be,
game during his
actually.
rookie season when I was 9. So like let's Google. I'm gonna Google this because I
Oh, he's 33.
Okay, same. Yeah, whatever.
That's
You were
close.
at court seats when you were
35
9?
is very old though for NBA players.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a big gap.
You had court seats when you were 9 years old?
They weren't court seats. It was like so basically, oh my God, what this game was. It was the last ever New Jersey Nets home game that my parents got tickets to. We're Sixers fans, so I'm from New Jersey. And my parents got tickets to this thing, and the seats were like, I think they were good. I was like 9 when this happened, and they had somebody from the arena going around and like collecting all the kids to like do this high five thing with both teams. And they asked what team we were fans of, and we were like, oh, we're Sixers fans, and they put us like with the Sixers high five line thing when everyone like ran out on the court, because it was just so cool. I have to like find like some kind of video from that. Or maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it happened.
Okay.
So yeah, me and my little brother got to high five. We high five like the entire team, obviously, as they ran out. But I always say Drew Holiday because he's the most relevant, and
He's Mr.
Andre Iguodala, who I adore. But yeah.
Dude.
So you're a Golden State Warrior fan, right? Like, I feel like you have to be.
So I'm a Sixers fan. That's like my thing. I will always and forever be a Sixers fan. I follow whatever team Dario is on at the moment. I'm like a fan of them for as long as he's there, and then I disappear into the ether. So I was like really big on Suns Twitter for a while. After this season, I don't know what I'll be doing or where I'll be, because like chances are my boy is not staying in the league.
Dude. It could happen.
He could go to the EU League. That'd be sick.
Yeah, no, oh my God,
Yeah,
he
no,
goes
he'll
to the
probably-
EuroLeague.
yeah.
He kills it over there. But I'm just thinking about this past year for him and how like insane it's been. Because I'm
Been a
like,
little, yeah.
Like so
He's
much has
not been having
happened.
a good past couple of games.
Well,
Past
yeah.
couple, dude, it's been like 2 months, and I don't like to shit talk any player who's having a hard time, because like things could be happening that we don't know about. And in Dario's case, we do kind of know what's going on. Because he got into a slump because his assistant coach, who he was like really close with, passed away unexpectedly during the season, and that was, traumatic and awful.
That would be
And
really
like any
tough.
person, he's grieving and going through a slump. But I mean, honestly, if I'm him, I'm going back to Europe. Like, I'm not staying in the NBA, especially with that like additional trauma and slump happening mid-season. Like, I feel like you
Yeah,
just
I'm
have to.
going back to Croatia.
Yeah, no, I am fucking off, like back to the Mediterranean and shit. Like, if that, like, that just must be so hard to go through. So I told my boss at the Warriors blog, I'm like, I really can't write about Dario right now because I just want to give him space, and I don't want to, I don't want to talk about how he's playing when I know that like he's going through
Going
stuff.
through it.
And
Yeah.
Kevon Looney too,
Dude,
honestly.
Kevon
Like
Looney
those two,
too. Yeah.
they've been not doing well because the coach they were really close with passed away unexpectedly. They went through, that's trauma, And it's like I'm sorry to like go on this whole tangent, but like I really don't like when people on the internet act like these players can just like shut off personal stuff like on the court. Especially when the personal stuff is also like job, work, basketball. It's like people just kind of forget that these players are human beings, and that it's okay to not play well. And like, if I'm the Warriors, I'm giving Dario another vet min if he doesn't fuck off back to Europe. Like, I'm not just
Yeah.
letting him go
I feel
after
like
that.
someone would, because he really did have such a good start to the season.
Yeah,
Like he was
it's
actually
not
playing
even
good
about,
minutes.
I mean, it's not even about like a contract. It's about the Warriors organization like supporting him emotionally. But and that goes for Kevon too. I don't know when his contract's up. But yeah. I mean, and about like any team signing him, I think he will get offers. I think like even if you look at, oh my God, not to bring up Mike Muscala, but like dudes like that who just kind of like get a contract every year, even though they put up like 2 points a game
Like Pat
most of the
Connaughton.
time.
Like
Not
Like
like
who?
This
Fat,
is off
no,
topic,
not
but
like Fat
you know,
Connaughton.
you know what's up about Pat Connaughton, right?
Yeah,
Both of you
wait,
guys?
what? What
Fuck
about
Pat
him?
Connaughton.
He's like a
Dude,
Sorry,
landlord, right?
something like
he's
that.
a landlord.
No,
I'm pretty sure.
he's a baseball player, that's for sure.
Wait, what?
He
I'm
was
sorry,
drafted to the MLB.
all my Bucks oops call him like a landlord. Uh,
I don't know about all
maybe he
that.
just looks like I don't know.
I
Is
can't.
he a
I don't
landlord? I'm
even.
Googling this.
He was
Oh, he
definitely
is.
drafted
Oh,
in the
he is a
MLB, though.
landlord.
Is he?
He
What
is
does
a
that mean?
landlord. He's developing apartment buildings in the Milwaukee area. And like
Oh,
not affordable housing or anything. Oh
dude.
God. What?
It-
Like, I just feel like being an NBA player like can give you this like power to just do random shit like that. Like, some of
Because you
them
got so much
use it for
money.
good.
I don't
Yeah,
trust
some of
Pat
them use it
Connaughton.
for
I don't
good, but
like him.
some of them just do the most random shit like you've ever, like the James Harden wine. Who's drinking that?
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't.
I mean, I wouldn't because I'm not his
What is he putting
age.
in that? Like,
James Harden juice.
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
I don't
yeah.
want to imagine what that tastes like.
Probably like James Harden if you really break it down.
Okay, yeah,
Ooh.
I'm
So
sure.
Pat Connaughton, he'll go out there for 24 minutes, drop 2 points, miss 3 3-point shots, and
It's
get
not
one
that
rebound.
bad.
And they give him
He's had good
23 minutes a
games.
game. I mean, he had like a stunning game where he dropped 13 points and had 5 rebounds.
There was a game where he had like 3 blocks, dude. That's crazy.
That's good.
This guy
Yeah,
was
You
drafted
know,
to the MLB. Think about that. And he's getting
that's
blocks in the
insane.
NBA.
I guess that's true.
Yeah. No, no. I thought you promised no more Pat Connaughton hate on the podcast.
I
We've had
didn't
like,
promise it. I said that I may not do it as much.
all right, okay.
And that was like that might have even been a lie. Like
That's what it sounded like to me. Yeah. You know,
don't worry.
on the topic of the Warriors though, how
Steph
do you guys
Curry.
feel? How do you guys feel about this like Rockets Warriors thing? Like, do you think this is real or are the Warriors good?
I
That's my
Explain what
question.
you mean, Rockets Warriors. Like, what does that mean?
You don't know. Oh, basically the
well,
Rockets have been on like a 9 game winning streak, and they're like right behind the Warriors. And if the Warriors like slip up enough, they will be out of the plan.
I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. I don't know if I trust the Golden State Warriors to do anything in the playoffs. Like even if they get there, I don't think that they're beating like an OKC.
They would have to win. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, my personal take, like writing for a Warriors blog right now, is Steph Curry old, Klay Thompson old, Draymond Green
Yep.
old, Chris Paul
Yep.
old. First of all, Kevon
Chris Paul's
Looney and
really
Dario
old.
Saric going through stuff. Your team is being basically led by two rookies right now, in Pajemski and Trace
Seriously.
Jackson Davis.
And Kuminga.
What
and
else has even
Kuminga.
happened?
We'll
And
throw him there.
Kuminga, who's like a third-year guy, which is like, I mean, obviously your team can be led by anybody,
Yeah.
but you have a team that's old, going through serious trauma and grief, and then being led by rookies like in scoring and in actual like stuff happening on the court. So I mean, I think like I literally wrote about this yesterday. Like anything can happen. That's what Steph said, and I do still have faith in Steph Curry and kind of in Klay Thompson and kind of in Draymond Green and not really in Chris Paul, but I love Chris Paul so much, so I have to, you know. But it's like, I mean, you can't. I don't. Again, about OKC, I don't think you can beat an OKC when like the tallest player on your roster is 6'10".
Yeah.
And
Yeah, like if
I mean,
Kevon
going
Looney
through
was
stuff
playing
on top of
like he
that,
normally
yeah.
was, then maybe. But
I mean, not
Yeah.
even that, but like OKC has, I think like every single player on that team is pretty good,
Yeah.
you know? And with the Warriors, it's just like Steph Curry is almost 35.
No, he's 36. He just turned 36.
Okay, he is almost 35, I guess. It's the other
Yeah.
way around.
Yeah.
He's like overshooting 35.
You know.
Man,
Where
that
were you
is
going
old.
with this? That's
I
that
guess
is
that
pretty
was
old.
really where I was
You're
going
right.
with it. How long do you think Steph has left in the league? Like, is he gonna hold
Dude,
on to it? Because I
Yeah.
know that like
he's
now
still playing at the same level, I feel like. I
like
mean,
the players that we used to have back in like I don't know 10 years, like 15 years ago, a player like Kevin Garnett, once he gets to be like 35, he just kind of retires, you know? Like how long? Like didn't Kobe retire at like 35?
I
I think
honestly
he
don't
retired
know.
he died when he was 41, so I think it would have been probably, I think 36. He retired 4
Really?
years earlier than that.
When
Did he
when
die
did he
41 or 42?
retire?
2016.
Really? That's crazy.
Yeah. I know that off the dome. I know so much off the dome. But
No,
anyway,
I believe that.
in terms of Steph, so I think a lot of guards have more longevity in general.
Mhm.
And also as technology gets better and as like in general like lifespans expand, with just the way we can care for our bodies now and the things we know, and just general stuff like that, like players are going to continue to keep playing older. I mean, you're really starting to see it already.
Yeah.
I like look at LeBron still playing
It's
at
so absurd.
this
We
level
talk
at
about this
like
almost every episode.
39.
It's
Yeah,
true
and it's
though.
I think we're
I
gonna
made a bet with
yeah.
Caleb the other day. I said if LeBron is still playing when I'm 50, I'll shave my head, and if he's still playing when he's 55, I'll donate a kidney.
I think
And-
I think I think we're gonna keep seeing this become more of a normal thing. I mean, like even like Kevin Durant, I think is slowing down a lot, but he's still good.
He's
And
been
it's
in the
like these
league like a
yeah.
long time.
And it's like these guys can continue to be rostered, I think, well into their
Oh, for
40s.
sure.
Even look at Vince Carter, who like retired in 2020. I always bring him
Yeah.
up because I still feel like first of all, I love Vince Carter, and I still feel like 2020 was like recent when it's
It
been
doesn't feel
4
that long
years
ago,
since he
yeah.
retired. But like even look at that, like look at the level he was playing at like age 42. So I think
Yeah, still like
I think we're gonna
a couple
I think
points a game, couple rebounds, just like still playing.
yeah, I think Steph could. I think he's gonna follow like a Chris Paul kind of path where he's basically on a team to put up 10 points and be a veteran presence for a while. And it's probably gonna be the Warriors unless something crazy happens.
Something crazy would
Yeah.
have to happen.
Unless
for
he
him
has
to
like a
leave.
crazy
got
falling
traded,
out with
right? He was
somebody.
never playing for a different team, was he?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of people stick around on their teams nowadays, I feel like. Like there's a lot of player movement. This is not
What's
like this.
interesting though is I feel like I see a lot, like I feel like like maybe this is just me And maybe it's because I only got into the NBA in like 2017. But I look at dudes like Joel Embiid. I look at like Karl Anthony Towns.
Mhm.
Like,
I
I
love
mean,
Connaughton
Dame.
Towns.
Yeah, I love Cat so much. He's from an hour away from me, like where I'm from. So, flex it.
He went
But
to UK.
Yeah, we know, we know.
Yeah.
Those UK players, I'll tell you.
Oh wait, oh my God. And like I was just like look at Devin Booker, Like I think we do have a lot of guys who are staying with their
Yeah.
teams. Giannis.
The only thing is, I would
Giannis?
say these
Yeah.
guys are still in like that same phase of their career. Like I feel like like with the Damian
Right.
Lillard thing, that was like the transition phase. Like I don't know if we've seen
Right.
that with guys like Joel Embiid yet.
Right. I mean, yeah, and Bradley Beal. But I think also I really feel like some of these dudes I can't see leaving. Like I can't see Devin Booker leaving.
No, for sure. Yeah, like you.
I can't see. Maybe I can see Cat leaving because if I were Cat, I would be out of there. Oh my God, the vibes must be ugh. Like imagine
Really?
imagine you're Karl Anthony Towns, right? Imagine you're Cat, and
Okay.
on one front, you've lost so many family members to COVID, and
Oh,
your big man, I guess now is the big baguette, and then on the other front, you're constantly being like homophobic shit is being like flung at you, even though, either like you've never publicly like said anything about your sexuality. And your other, like, I don't know, what position is Anthony Edwards?
shooting guard.
I'm sorry.
I think he's shooting guard. People
Shooting
get on
guard,
Karl
yeah.
Anthony
Your
Towns for being
guard
gay
is a
and he's not gay.
homophobe. So you're this like, right? Like I would be out of there so fast.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's doing it.
Is he?
Well, he's
Wait,
not
who's
playing
the
right
homophobe
now,
on that
but
team?
Huh?
Who's the homophobe on the team?
Anthony Edwards.
Like hardcore? Like he's confirmed as a homophobe?
He
I don't know
got
about
he got
hardcore,
fined.
but-
He got fined $40,000 for like taking a picture of who he presumed to be gay men on the street and like saying homophobic things about them in his Instagram story. So I'd say
That's
I'd say
crazy.
you're
I
right.
actually
crazy.
didn't know that is
I
crazy.
mean, getting like how did you define like a monetary value to homophobia? Like
That's Adam Silver. Yeah, that's.
Adam
But
Silver
I'm
is
glad
a freak,
that
dude.
he got that fine though. I'm so
Yeah.
glad that happened because that's not acceptable at all.
Like if I get a fine in the mail that was like you cut somebody off on the road, here's like a $500 fine.
I mean, that
I guess
could
that's-
happen if you
that
were
is
breaking
illegal.
traffic laws.
Yeah.
Never mind.
And it's also, I mean, like it's through like I think in this stuff is all in
As
your
a celebrity,
contract.
Yeah, when you're a
As
public
celebrity.
figure like that, you got to be more aware of
Yeah.
what
You
you're saying.
gotta be like
And
not
it's-
mean to people.
Right. And it's also like, I mean, it's in these guys' contracts. Like I'm sure nobody actually reads like the fine print and stuff, but
Probably
all this
not.
the stuff that you can get fined for, it's in the contract. Like it's not like they're just kind of making things up out of thin
Mhm.
air. So it's warranted.
Yeah,
Man.
I could see Cat getting traded or leave. Well, maybe not leaving, but
I could see him leaving as a free agent, but I don't know. I don't think the Wolves would trade him.
I'd like to
I
see
don't
Rudy
know.
Gobert leave.
Yes, please get him out.
I don't
Oh my
think they
God.
can. Like they gave up so much for him. Like if he's not on the team for at least like 3 or 4 years, then that's
I
really
want to see
embarrassing.
I want to see him leave. I want to see him playing in Belarus. I want to see him on the International Space Station just as far away from me as he can get. And again, I'm
agree.
somebody who doesn't like
Rudy
doesn't
Gobert
like
started
talking shit about
COVID-19.
players. But I
I'm
don't
glad
like
you guys
the
are
big
bonding
baguette.
over this.
I don't like
Did
the
you
big
know that Rudy
baguette.
Gobert started COVID-19?
That's what
Yeah.
she's talking about.
I have
Yeah.
like I mean, I don't really know how this rings true, but back in the day, like, I mean, like a year after COVID or so, I said, like, I think that if Rudy Gobert didn't touch the mics, we would have, like, the COVID, like, lockdown and stuff would have started, like, 2 weeks later. Like, I think that just, like, regardless of if he actually spread COVID or not, like, I think just that symbolism, like, really shut us down.
I feel like
Which
he
is
low-key
interesting.
did spread it as well, though.
Well, yeah, no, he most likely did actually spread it. But even if, like, regardless, I think just the symbolism of like
Yeah.
what he did with that and like actually like, kind of, because COVID was something that we were scared of but hadn't really seen, and like him doing that, I think really,
We're just like, what is
started.
wrong with you?
yeah, I think it kickstarted the actual like, oh, this is real, this is happening kind of thing. Which I
Yeah.
mean, knowing the United States, it would have been without like a catalyst like that. I think it would have been a couple more weeks until
I mean,
shit
it
got
took
put into
absurdly
motion.
long anyways.
Yeah,
That whole era, like future kids are gonna have history classes and they're gonna be like, what
Oh,
was
they already
happening?
do.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I do not
Man,
envy
I would
them.
be so dissatisfied if I was a kid. All right. I'd also be dissatisfied if I was in a history class. And I'd also be dissatisfied if we
You
were
are
learning
in a
about code.
history class.
Ah,
If
that's
you
true.
learned
I
about
guess I
Rudy
am. Two
Gobert.
history classes. Yeah, if I was learning about Rudy Gobert, I just, man,
Ugh.
I'd start huffing and puffing. I'd have to go outside and smoke a cigarette. Like, it'd be bad.
Okay. This
Okay,
might
I
be a
have a
poor analogy, but I
yeah.
feel like the I don't know. I'm just thinking about like sports betting and how much of a thing it's become, and this
Oh,
whole
yeah.
Jonte Porter thing. And I feel like
What's the
hopefully,
DeJounte Porter thing?
he's like under investigation for some gambling thing. Like it's this
Betting
whole
on
thing.
himself?
He's basically
Yeah.
okay, I can kind of explain it. I don't know the full thing. Again, you give me numbers and I give you a blank stare in return. So
Yeah.
basically what happened is that he was betting on all of his unders or like telling people to bet on his unders and then actually like making sure he hit it via injury or like randomly subbing out or like something. And I don't know.
Crazy.
I read the
It's
article, but
hearsay
I'm so
still, but
confused with stuff
Michael
that
Jordan was
I'm like,
doing that shit.
yeah, I feel like the Raptors organization like has to know about it at this point. Because I'm like, how are you just letting a guy sub out?
I mean,
Right?
well, because he was saying he was like injured. He'd be like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
he
I'm
was saying he was
injured right now."
injured or he was like suddenly not feeling well, and I'm like, how did you not notice a pattern?
Like
But
I think it
anyway,
makes sense, but definitely with like the idea
yeah,
that on that day the largest bet that was won was
yeah,
on him. Like there's literally there's
mhm,
no way.
yeah.
I guess reasonable doubt maybe, but
Yeah.
we'll
I
see.
have a
Mhm.
question for you guys, not to like get back on Minnesota, but this
No,
is
you're
something
good.
I
Yeah.
always asked my podcast host back in the day. If you could choose any one NBA player, just vibes wise, to add to Anthony Edwards, Big Baguette, and Karl Anthony Towns, who would you choose?
I
Like
feel
just
like
to make the vibes as bad as possible in that locker
to make
room.
them as bad.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Fab?
Because I was gonna say like they
Just
got Mike Conley, and I feel like that's doing a lot
It
for
just
has to
them
be an
just
too.
NBA
just
player?
just throw a bomb in there. Yeah. It has
Oh,
well,
brother.
does it have to be an NBA player?
Make it an NBA player. I don't know who you're
Yeah,
gonna
it should
say.
be.
I'm
Just for the
scared.
thought
Okay, fine.
experiment.
Who are the players again?
The Timberwolves.
It's the Minnesota Timberwolves, specifically Big
Okay.
Baguette, Cat, Anthony Edwards. Who would you add to just make that situation
Ooh.
worse for everyone?
Miles Bridges.
Hmm.
Interesting. I think
that'd be really
I
uncomfortable.
feel like
I think so.
I don't want to hang
maybe.
out with him.
My pick is well, whoever hold on. Yeah,
I feel
Caleb,
like
you still
you
have
know
to give yours, right?
I'll say Jimmy Butler. I feel like that could be a little awkward.
Ooh, okay, but he's a good person.
No, but I just feel like that
He would
would
be on
just
Cat's
make
side.
it.
I think he would make it better.
You think? Well, maybe not for the
Yeah.
other two though.
Yeah, exactly. I
But
think
there
somebody
would be
to
a
just
lot more
fuck it up
conflict, I
bad.
feel like.
Ooh, you know what? I changed my mind. John Morant.
I don't
Oh,
Hmm.
interesting.
Well,
I think
maybe
that'd be
actually.
really uncomfortable.
I think so.
Maybe LaMelo Ball.
What is
You're just
why
trying to punish
LaMelo?
him.
He just hangs out. What has he ever done?
I just feel like LaMelo Ball was the kind of guy that would make me uncomfortable in a 1v1.
Interesting. Like I
Like,
feel
I'd take
like
a shot
yeah.
and he'd say, not a shooter. Not
Well,
a
you're
shooter.
not. You're not a
You
shooter.
know?
Can I give you guys my pick
He'd say
of who I
something
think?
mean.
Yes, please.
Kyrie Irving.
That
Wow.
would be crazy. The Kyrie
Imagine,
Irving,
oh my
Rudy
God.
Gobert. Oh my
Oh
God.
my God.
Kyrie Irving is
Okay, because
great.
like we all know like Rudy is like kind of MAGA. Like he's from France, but he's like low key like because wasn't he like caught like liking things or like saying something just like really right wing? I'm not making that up.
I don't keep up with the Rudy Gobert news, unfortunately.
I'm not making that up. I know that's a thing that happened. I can't give you off the
I
dome
know,
like what
I
exactly
believe
it
it.
was.
That seems like a
But
thing he would do.
I'm pretty sure that is a thing that please don't like yeah, just take my word for it, but also like Google it or something.
I think Kyrie Irving was getting into some weird like
Yeah.
sun cult shit
And
on
then
Twitter.
you have Kyrie, who's like a really good activist and leftist, but also like anti-Semitic. And then you have like all these like groups pulling
Crazy
up to his
combo.
games being like
Jeez.
Kyrie is anti-Semitic, and you just have that like there's so many times like there's somebody pulling up courtside with like a Kyrie like his anti-Semitic sign, and I'm Jewish, so my take on him is like he just fell down a really weird rabbit hole, and I hope he gets back to being a good activist at some point. But just like vibes wise,
Good guy.
yeah, like I just think the vibes in
Yeah.
that locker room would be insane.
Man, I feel bad for Naz Reid. I'm a big Naz Reid fan. Shout out
Yeah.
Naz Reid.
What is his position? Power forward?
Center. They've got like 3 real centers
Oh
on like
God.
real contracts on their team. It's interesting. They actually, I saw one game where they were playing Naz Reid, Rudy Gobert, and Karl-Anthony Towns.
Who were they playing that against? Did we lose somebody?
I don't remember. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be back. I believe in him.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember what game that was. That was like a month ago though.
Yeah.
It might
Damn.
have been against the Kings. I really only watch like Kings games, so
Okay. Yeah, I like I don't really like I'm a Sixers fan, but out of my own like mental sanity, I choose not to watch them most of the time, and I watch games I'm not emotionally invested in. And I watch the Warriors because I write about them, and also because Dario. I literally only pay attention to him the whole time. I finally got to see him play live like a month ago, and it was like he had 5 points, which like for right now, pretty good.
that is
He
pretty
must have
good
known I
for
was in
right
the
now.
building, but you know, yeah. That whole game, I was just like literally just staring at the bench like a fucking freak. But what else was I supposed to do?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not sure.
Like I think for me personally, it is more entertaining to watch Dario joke around with like Kaban and Chris Paul than it is to watch like whatever the
Who are
fuck
they
was going
playing?
on
Oh,
in
was
that
that
arena.
that was a Wizards game then,
That was the
wasn't it?
Wizards, yeah, because I live in DC
Yeah,
for right now.
that would have been an awkward game to be at.
Yeah.
Dude, shout out Jordan Poole.
Yeah, shout out Jordan Poole.
Good
I
luck
like
to him.
him. I like
Honestly,
him.
I
I
would
think
trust
he's in a
Jordan
bad
Poole to
spot.
do surgery on me.
Oh
Really?
my gosh.
Yeah, like actually.
Down. Cool. Good shit.
He just seems like a chill guy.
Yeah.
He does seem like a chill guy,
I would
but
trust Chris Paul to do surgery on me.
For real?
dude,
I love Chris Paul so much.
I feel like maybe the playmaking would translate. I could
Like
see
I
that actually.
love Chris Paul. Like I feel like maybe I have like some form of like my favorite player is really bad, and not that he's really bad. Hold on. I'm gonna phrase that a little bit better. My favorite player is like a total bench guy and like needs a
He's
good.
washed.
He's a little washed, but I'm not gonna say that.
Washed king. How about that?
Washed king, but also he hasn't been the same player since his rookie year. But anyway,
He's also had so
I feel
many
like Washed
injuries.
King would insult me worse than calling me bad.
You think?
washed king. But yeah, whatever. So I think I might have like some kind of Stockholm syndrome from Dario needing a
Stockholm
really good
syndrome.
point guard to make him good, whether that's Ben Simmons or Chris Paul. Not to, Ben Simmons talk, but
Simmons, dude. That's crazy. But that's I don't know.
the vibes are so bad. Like
I
did you see Mikal Bridges change his profile picture to Antonio Brown?
did not. I
No,
The
I did
picture
not.
of him like with
I'm not
the like
I'm
running
not that
away and
locked
stuff
in.
with the shirt off. I
Oh,
forget
I'm
like
not
what
that
dude.
locked in.
you're not that locked. Okay, you're not that
I
online.
should
I'm
be. I
just a
should be.
psycho. Yeah, okay. I'm
Was
I'm a little too locked in, I fear.
no, well, that's why we have you on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. I'm gonna try to find this Mikal Bridges profile picture thing.
We had you on because you're Dr. Twitter.
Yeah,
A doctor
basically.
in
And we
Twitter.
were also like, let's make it interesting this time.
Yeah. We're not
No,
very good at interviewing.
yeah.
Have you guys seen that clip of Giannis where he dunks and there's 5 guys surrounding him trying to make him
Yeah.
not be able to dunk? I mean, that's just crazy,
He
dude.
does that quite often, honestly. Probably more often
Yeah,
than he
he's
should.
a freak, dude.
Oh,
Did you hear that Dwight Howard dropped 84 points, 37 rebounds, and 9 assists, and also 14 blocks in Taiwan?
2 years ago, yeah. I did hear
Wait,
about
that was 2 years ago?
There's no way this was recently. I
Do you
don't
know the
believe it.
videos? No, he was in the league 2 years ago. He was
Was he?
Did you guys
back
hear
on the
what
Lakers 2
Dwight
years
Howard
ago.
did?
Dude,
What do you mean, like the sexual assault?
Yeah, yeah.
I did not hear
Yeah.
about that.
I think you've heard about this kid.
don't
We
think
haven't
I-
talked about it on our podcast, but
Well, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should
we
leave
don't
that
need to.
alone,
Yeah, we don't
honestly.
need to.
Well, yeah, well, that whole situation
What's done is
is
done.
it's like because he came out, but also it was because of sexual assault allegations where it was like where he was like, yeah, like I who cares where like who I have sex with, but also it was about the fact that a man alleged that he like was non-consensual with him. I don't remember exactly what it was that was non-consensual, but because it's like this thing where it's like, well, you have this like NBA, don't want to say legend necessarily, but I think
He's
like
he's up
relatively
there.
household
Yeah.
name, like former superstar. Maybe I don't know if he'll be a Hall of Famer. I don't know, but
He might well.
maybe
It doesn't take
he's
that
really
much.
good though.
yeah, I think he could be a Hall of Famer. You have this Hall of Fame NBA player coming out, but also it's in response to sexual assault allegations. So it's like kind of this thing where it's like, well, what is anybody supposed to do with this information? And like obviously the homophobes fucking taking it, misogynists taking it, like
Yeah.
and it's like Dwight Howard, we were rooting for you. Like he was
I
I
was
loved
gonna say
him.
I'm
So
still
now
rooting for him, but I
I'm
don't know
like,
if I
dude.
am. I was going to say I still am, but then I thought about it. It's like I don't think I am really rooting for him now.
Yeah, because it's like, well, you are
Like,
I don't
It's just a
think
little
I don't
awkward.
know who would make like again, like I don't know who would just like randomly accuse somebody of sexual assault. Like especially because Dwight did say like, yeah, like I had a sexual thing with this person. But now it's this thing where like, well, no queer people want to claim Dwight Howard, and it's everyone's just being awful to everyone involved in that situation. It's just like
luckily, I'm not involved in that situation.
You're very
When
lucky.
people are
Yeah.
awful to me, it really pisses me off.
Oh, really?
yeah.
Yeah, it really pisses me off.
Mm.
I don't know if you could be an NBA player, dude. That's like most of
Yeah.
their lives, I feel. There's such a big disconnect, I feel like, between like NBA fans, maybe fans in quotes, and like players. Like
Yeah, that's my capstone assignment that I'm doing is kind of about that. So,
What is a capstone assignment?
oh, it's like it's your final project in your major at college. It's kind of like a thesis, but like a thesis for babies. So mine, I'm a media studies. I'm not a media studies. I'm a communication studies major, but I'm like media studies focus and um sorry, my brain hurts. Yeah, I'm doing mine on like NBA Twitter and fandom and culture and like I'm kind of doing it on like the general apathy we have towards not we, but the general apathy that people have towards professional athletes, especially NBA players.
it's very true. Yeah. I feel
You
like
think there's an apathy towards NBA players?
what was that?
Huh?
You think there's an apathy towards NBA players?
You don't agree? I feel like if you look at like okay, maybe I'm just using real too much, but anytime I see people talking about NBA players, it's like this guy stinks or you ruined my parlay. And that's like
Yeah.
80% of the
That's
discourse.
you're apathetic. That's being apathetic towards somebody's what they may be going through.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's not just
apathetic-
towards
like,
yeah.
The only way I ever am is towards Pat Connaughton, and I even feel like I shouldn't be because it's like too far.
Yeah, it's
He's
like
a
he's
landlord.
like a
It's
30-year-old
okay.
man with a family, you know?
right. Yeah, I think like
Like if his mom heard what I was saying to him, she'd probably
right.
feel bad.
Exactly. And you kind of do have to keep in mind that like a lot of these dudes like do name search. Like especially the ones who like I mean don't have that big of like a fan base, you know. I'm saying
Yeah.
this not because Dario has seen what I say about him on the
Has he?
internet, but because yes, he has. Well, okay, not that I know that, but like he knows about my Instagram. That's it.
Does,
Like he doesn't have anything else that I know of.
does he follow
So
you?
No,
he doesn't follow me.
Okay.
dude, he should.
If he
He
did, would you put
should.
it in your bio like one of those like
No, I would never do
21
that.
Pilot
I'm
fan
not.
accounts?
Because it's like I'm trying to kind of grow away from like the Dario Saric girl label because I'm like I'm kind of more than that. And like yes, it is what I do and like it's funny, but also I talk about so much other stuff that it's like
Right.
well like when he's out of the league or like when he retires, like if that's my whole identity, then like what the
Like, what
am
do you do then?
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are the chances you think he retires this year?
No, retires, you think?
Or just like stop playing in
Retire?
the league?
Oh, out of the league, I'd say like probably I'd say like God, I feel like it's 50-50. It really depends on if either the Warriors give him a contract, a 1 year, like we feel bad for you, come play for us, or if somebody else like sees value in him.
I'd like to
Or
see him go to the Spurs.
I think he could totally go. I think he could go to the Spurs. I mean, he wanted to be drafted to San Antonio.
Really?
He was a
Really?
big fan of that. Yeah, that like big three they had in the 2000s.
I really just want to. I'm a big Spurs guy. I
Yeah.
have been since like 2019, maybe.
Mhm.
I'm very pleased that we have an actual good player this year.
Yeah.
Even though he's on a minutes
Dude,
restriction.
maybe two. Jeremy Sohan,
It's
that
stupid.
game winner last night. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Jeremy Sohan, I've been saying, dude, they're like Jordan and Pippen, dude. I'm telling you what.
Yeah.
Dude, you know, maybe three. I'll put Devin Vassell in there.
I don't know who that is, but what we need.
Oh.
Spurs fan, sure.
I don't watch. I've only seen a couple of their games, but like I used to play as them on NBA Live Mobile.
Mhm.
You ever play NBA
Oh.
Live Mobile?
No.
You're
You're
missing
not
out.
missing
Quite
out.
fun, actually.
You're not missing out.
It's like a waste of time.
It's like if 2K
It's quite fun.
was only I don't even know how to describe NBA Live Mobile. It's like NBA
Mhm.
2K, but you just run around in a circle for 1 minute and then they give you like a prize. Feels like
And
you're
you have
doing
to
a
get,
social
like-
experiment.
And you have to get 100 prizes to get a character, so that way you can
Huh.
run around in a circle
Yeah,
100 times to get another one.
Yeah.
it's
pretty
pretty
fun.
terrible.
Pretty fun.
Do you have any questions for us before we call it?
We're already calling it? Dude.
We don't have to. We don't have to call it.
Okay.
I have to eat dinner.
Okay,
It's
we
11
might call
o'clock
it
where I
dinner.
am.
Yeah, I figured that. Like,
Dude. I'm still
And
on
I'm-
my
I'm
fast.
I'm in the middle
dude.
of fish tank stuff, so I have to go, but
Okay, yeah, all right.
You
We
guys
won't
can
keep you. We won't keep you. We won't keep you.
yeah,
Do you
I
have
mean, in
any
terms of
questions for us before we leave?
I mean, like, I just want to know, like,
What
your
is she
vision for
supposed to
the-
say?
I feel
What's
like that's
your
just
vision
form.
for the
You're supposed to ask her that.
podcast? I don't
What's our
know.
vision? Our vision
What's your
is
vision?
that's a good
probably
question.
like 4-figure paycheck monthly.
No, daily.
Daily?
I don't know. I don't know if I
Every
really have
day
a
I want
goal.
1 cent.
Yeah.
No, I just kind of want this to be fun. We
Okay.
do this once a week.
Yeah, I'm
We
just gonna
both are
keep
into the
doing it
NBA
until I stop
anyway.
enjoying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
Cool.
my
just
main
suck
goal
editing
really
these.
is to have people that are watching it and saying like, "Wow, I like this."
Yeah. Cool. That's
Yeah.
great. Yeah, no, I think I had fun.
That's
That's good
good.
to hear.
That's good.
Yeah,
That was
like,
the goal.
yeah, the vibes are good.
Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it.
No, for real.
For real.
You should catch us on one of the issues when I'm delivering food.
Oh my
That's-
God, yes,
let's not
please.
do
That'd be
that.
so
That's
funny.
even better.
I have to cut so
Like,
much of this
I'll-
out, dude.
I'll stop and I'll like walk into a restaurant. I'll say, "Hey, I'm here to pick up for Sam." And we'll be on the pod.
That's so
It's quite
funny.
nice.
This is
Why
not
not?
good. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, I guess you're right. It is late. I haven't eaten. Yeah, dude. That's
Yeah, I
crazy.
gotta eat dinner and
Taylor, were
finish
we playing video
the
games tonight?
fish tank situation.
Dude.
Did you buy like fish for it or just the tank?
My parents got me frogs for my birthday and they're coming tomorrow. So
In the mail?
Wow.
yeah, in the mail. You can do that.
Wait, there's like an industry for shipping frogs.
There's like you can ship live animals in the mail. Like it's God, I don't know how to like
That's
explain
crazy.
it, but yeah, they like insulate them and stuff, so they're good. And it's like
Wow.
usually either overnight or like 2-night shipping.
That would suck to be a frog in the mail.
Yeah,
Like,
I
does
know.
Amazon ship frogs?
Not Amazon. Like
Not
I think
Amazon.
I mean they ordered them from like this random like it was like a biology supplies website, which is crazy, but they have like live animals
Oh.
on there. Which okay, if I'm
got
telling
deer?
you, nah,
What?
it's just like it's mostly like small like reptiles and fish and
Okay.
stuff
Okay.
and amphibians. But I'm
It's
telling
probably
you,
for
like
like
if you want,
dissections and stuff. That's crazy.
yeah, that's the worst part. So I'm like, if you want to get animals in the mail, do it through like an aquarium website. My dad's ordered chickens through the mail. We have chickens. My parents
That's
have chickens.
crazy.
That's
So
absurd.
like every once in a while, like I mean chickens like not to say like they die like fast as fuck, but like if they're free range, which I don't like that ours are free range, but like what am I gonna tell my dad to do with his own backyard? They can get like picked off by like foxes and hawks and stuff. So
Oh
like
my
every
gosh.
once in a while there would be like a shipment of like chickens from like Iowa or something like that. So they just
Oh.
come in the mail. It's cool. I don't know. I don't think you can
Wow.
I don't think you can order mammals through the mail, but I know you can
So, yeah,
order
seems like brown.
chickens, you can order reptiles and amphibians and fish.
Wow.
Bugs, you can definitely get bugs through the mail. I know people
can
like
definitely
order
you can
ant
definitely get
farms all
bugs,
the
yeah.
time. Yeah.
I mean, you can order
So-
a mouse.
You
I think
can.
order.
Ugh.
I imagine.
I don't know
I-
about that. Maybe.
I would-
think
I feel
people
like-
tend to see. Well, I feel like people tend to see mammals as like so close to us that it's like, you know, seen as like inhumane
People
to do
don't
that.
care. You know, I've
Like-
been in enough psychology classes to know that people are evil to animals.
Yeah. Oh my God.
People- it's
don't
crazy.
even talk about what they do to. Oh my God. Don't even talk about what they do to mice. That makes me so sad.
Dude, yeah, okay. I'm not gonna bring up like the kitten experiments, but that like
Oh my
ruined
God.
my whole week. It was terrible.
I learned about
Yeah, I was
the
not
one where they took the rat out of the water and then put it back in and they thought it was gonna be saved again, but they let it drown. I think about that every day and I actually want to jump off a bridge.
What do they do?
They were like testing to see like if a rat got taken out of the water and like given a breather before being put back in, if it would like keep swimming for longer before drowning because it thought it was gonna be taken out again. And yeah, they were proven right. And I wanted to fucking off
This is
myself after learning
evil,
about that.
dude.
Like actually that was the worst. Oh my God, that was me senior year of high school learning that in my psychology class, unmedicated for mental illnesses I didn't know I had. I was so fucked up all week over that.
It is crazy some of the things they like
It's
get
like
away
what?
with.
Oh my God, I'm glad like things are at least a little bit more ethical now, but that's like,
Think about what the CIA does to humans.
Oh, all right, okay. All right. I don't want to think
We-
about this.
We won't get
James.
into that on this episode.
yeah.
But on the conspiracy theory segment of our next one, we will.
On
Oh,
our
that's so
book
fun. Have
podcast,
so
yeah.
much fun with that. My
Definitely.
old podcast and I almost did a conspiracy episode, but then we gave up. We literally
Oh,
just stopped.
fuck.
We just stopped
Dude,
doing
how many
podcasts.
episodes did you guys get in?
Us?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so it's through the school newspaper, so it's actually handed off to somebody else now, but the original crew got through, I think 12.
Oh, dude. So we might be
while
done
I was
after
still
this next
while I
one.
was still on, we had I think 15, and now they're the new hosts are doing pretty well, but yeah, my era.
We
I
might
think I
actually
got in
best
about
that.
15 episodes.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll
Guys,
see.
can I tell you something here?
Mm-hmm.
It's so crazy. You're not gonna believe this.
Yeah.
My stocks are up by like a considerable amount.
Wow.
It's
A considerable
I
amount for
know.
you is $3, dude.
Bro, I just made 18.
That's actually
Damn.
very impressive.
Oh my God.
Are you
Okay.
day trading?
Yeah.
You shouldn't do
Dude,
it.
I'm not allowed to. I have to wait like 24 hours between
Wait,
each
I
buy and
just
sell.
processed that you would like ask me to play Fortnite tonight. I don't think I want to.
I'm dead serious, bro. Are you sure?
I think I might.
Oh my
I-
God.
I-
Wait,
Bro, they
I'll be
got
on.
They got the floor as lava.
Dude,
I haven't.
Alright.
I tried playing that and I got confused.
It's so fun.
scary.
Okay, I
The
haven't
thing
tried it
is,
yet.
you can't trust the assault rifles because you
Yeah.
can never get enough bullets for those. You
Every
gotta go
time I
with the
play
pistol.
Fortnite, I end up like
Woo.
near tears. It's not good for me.
All my duo, I play like random duo partners and they're all so bad all the time. And I'm like, who put you on the planet, bro?
Okay, well, most of them are like most of them, their
Seven.
brains haven't developed. Like,
Exactly. And it's the worst part because I play with the mic, but I like never speak. It's like literally only if I have to scream at my partner. And the minute that I get in there and I hear some kid yapping, I'm like, oh my God, this
It's
is not your
over.
YouTube channel. I'm literally just trying. I'm literally just playing Fortnite. Like, stop it.
Yeah,
Fortnite's still around.
dude. We were playing Fortnite in like 6th grade.
Like
Oh,
my
you guys
brain
are-
Still
hadn't
around.
You
fully
guys are
developed.
little. What? Wait, how? Oh my God, I'm 22. How
Fortnite
old
came
are
out
you
in
guys?
2017.
Hey, we're not that little. We're not that little.
You guys were in 6th grade in 2017.
Well, this guy
Ballpark?
was. Hey, I'm a sophomore in college. I may only be
Okay.
19, but
Okay.
I'm still.
I still feel old.
Dude, I feel old. I'm gonna be 26.
Caleb, you're not a sophomore in college. You're like junior, right? Like with
No, I'm a
credits.
sophomore. Oh, well, okay, yeah, I could graduate next year if I wanted to, but I don't know if I do. We'll see.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a cruel world out there. I don't know what's
That
gonna
would
happen.
suck. How many
Yeah.
credit hours do you take? Lisco 2000.
Well, okay, I'm graduating this semester. I was really behind for a while, but I took a bunch of summer classes. Usually I was doing 15, then I started failing everything, and then I did 12 every semester for a while, and then I took a bunch of summer classes. I did 12 last semester. started taking Adderall prescribed, not for fun.
Not for fun. Okay.
Not for fun, and I'm now taking 15 and doing okay. So
Was it
See-
fun though?
That's the reasonable
what do you
amount.
mean? Well,
Adderall
it makes
review?
it makes my brain work. I still take it. I'm like, I don't understand how people take this like for fun though, but it makes
I
me
can't
like,
imagine. I can't imagine thinking like, dude, I'm gonna go to the I'm gonna go to the public park and I'm gonna take 5 Adderall pills and I'm just gonna be wired.
I
Like
don't know why people do that. I don't know
it
why
doesn't
people
make any
take that as
sense
like
to
a,
me.
yeah. I feel like that would just make me, well, I mean, I have ADHD, so I don't know what it would do to me, but like if I were like a neurotypical person, I feel like that would just make me go insane.
Yeah, I don't know what it would
Yeah.
do to
That's
like
how I feel
the
taking
average
this
bear.
many classes. I need to.
Yeah.
Oh, it's too late.
I mean, I
but-
recommend everybody talk to mental health professionals, talk to
Man.
a psychiatrist, somebody who can actually diagnose you with things, because just therapy is sometimes just not enough for
I would
actual
agree with
neurodivergent
that.
people.
You know,
Therapists won't tell you anything either. You gotta pay them an extra
gotta
tip
really
to like get them to
squeeze it out of
diagnose you
them.
with something.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah.
You gotta say, please tell me what's wrong.
Especially like, I mean, I have OCD, so like traditional like therapy where you just talk about your life just doesn't work for me, because that's not what I need. Like if you just validate everything that I say, like that is bad. And I think a lot of therapists don't realize that, like, I mean, you have to just look for specific types, but
But yeah,
yeah,
most of
I'm
them are
getting,
one-trick ponies. All right, yeah,
yeah.
we will call it that. We will call
Yeah,
it.
I have to eat dinner,
No, me
so
too.
luck.
I haven't eaten in
it's
14
11 o'clock.
hours. Dude.
Luckily, I have no classes tomorrow, so I'm
Dude.
good.
Are
I'm
there-
set.
Are there many 24-hour places in DC that aren't like Denny's and Wendy's?
There's like a
Li-
couple Chinese places that I
Are
see
there
on
any
DoorDash
diners?
really late. Diners, not like the
Yeah,
New Jersey kind, but yeah, I don't think we really have diners actually. Which
bummer.
is why I'm so excited to move to New York, but whatever.
New York.
New York has something at 4 a.m. I
Oh
just
yeah.
know it.
It's probably true.
Yeah, no, it does. Yeah. Which, oh my God, so fun that I'm moving to New York during the time of the New York puncher, who's apparently going around punching people.
What?
That's so
Yeah, there's a guy
fire. There's a New
punching-
York puncher.
There's a guy
That's-
punching people
That's so fire.
in Midtown.
That sounds like a Jerry Seinfeld bit.
It's
that's so
funny
funny.
until you get punched.
Yeah, I would not
So-
want to get punched.
Dude, if there was like a wicked pisser out there that was like coming up and like
Okay.
pissing on my shoes, that'd be so funny.
Yeah, well,
equivalent
you don't
getting
get like
punched.
people
Until you have
don't.
to clean up your shoes. though.
Yeah,
It's on the same ballpark for me. I think that'd be hilarious.
I just think you've never
Yeah.
struggled in life, buddy. No, that's not true. You're struggling right now. I'll leave you alone. I'm sorry.
I
Dude,
was struggling.
I saw chairs last night. Dude,
Yeah, you're like a flea market, but you're just one guy.
I literally am a flea market, bro.
It's
I
terrible.
get that. I sell on Depop. I'm making like no money,
Dude,
but it's
how
fine.
does Depop treat?
I do pretty well on
Actually.
there. I have to like beg people to buy
Like,
my stuff
if you just
sometimes,
like
but
post pictures of shirts, do people text you on that, or do you have to have
Yeah.
a following on Depop in order for people to check it out?
It's interesting. It's like kind of an algorithm thing. So, people will just like start liking it out of nowhere. I don't really have a following on there at all. And yeah, I have something to ship out tomorrow, so good
Sounds
shit. I haven't
convenient.
made like a ton of money on there, but it's better than nothing.
I recommend stealing furniture from alleys and putting it in your car and selling that
Gosh.
shit on Facebook Marketplace. You
Oh
make
my
a
God.
boatload. I got this
Okay.
mushroom stool in my car right now.
Oh my
Th-
God.
There's
that-
no way you're gonna sell that. I just don't
Dude,
believe you.
I know it's coming.
This is like
Somebody
when
will.
they.
Somebody will buy that.
Oh,
Yeah, I
no.
got a tennis racket. I got
Cool.
a tiki
I guess you
torch.
did
I got
sell that
oatmeal cream
table.
pies. Everything a man could desire.
You're never gonna sell that guitar though. That thing is
I'm not. I don't even want to sell that guitar anymore. I'm just playing it now.
really
Yeah.
okay.
All right. I'll do the outro.
Well,
Have you
I say
seen that picture of
text, but-
LeBron's toes?
No,
Dude, Caleb, put it up.
I'm not
Pause
putting
that.
that up on this.
I have to eat
Look
dinner,
up-
guys.
Look
Yeah,
up
no, yeah. You
LeBron
can leave.
feet.
You can leave. I'm sorry. We might.
I do. Well, not to say I do want to see LeBron's toes, but like, what the hell are you guys talking about?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Dude, they're
All right.
terrifying. You do not want to see it.
Okay. Okay.
Let's
Meeting
call this
adjourned.
episode
Meeting adjourned.
Ball Talk episode 12.